Today we'll be looking at the IFC file, or in particular, the Industry Foundation class. Before we get started, there are a number of different platforms available for BIM creation. We're only going to list some of them just now, just for a conversation. We'll start off with Trimble. They have their TechoStructures and TechoStructure Designer platform, and they also have SketchUp Pro as well. Autodesk have Numerous. We're going to list Revit and Navisworks for this conversation. Bentley with MicroStation and others. And then ArchiCAD. There's SolidWorks. And again, there are others as well that I've not listed. However, each of these programs have their native file format, which means that it's meant for that platform and cannot be directly loaded into the other platforms without some problems or without some help. So we've got DWG as a file format for actually AutoCAD. Revit has RVT, RFA, Navisworks has theirs, Bentley, SolidWorks, and SketchUp has SKP file. And all of the others have their native file formats. Now, the problem would be if I try to bring in a Revit file into SketchUp or a SketchUp file into Revit, we will have some problems, and it can be highlighted by this. What happens if we try to bring in a Microsoft Word document into Microsoft Excel? Well, what you would have is an error message, file format is not valid. Okay, there are some workarounds to make it possible. You could export the Word document as an XPS document, then you could bring it into Microsoft Excel potentially. Right, the problems with exporting from one platform and into another, there will be data losses. So an example here would be my Excel document. This is an output from a BIM project before, and you can see the data has been nicely tidied up. It's been color coordinated, and we've even got some nice graphs graphing the data as well. If I were to export that into another file format, say comma delimited file format, I'm going to lose all the formatting, color coding, and my graphs, but all my original data has been retained, but the formatting work has all disappeared. Well, it's the exact same thing when we look at bringing in other files, for Revit files into SketchUp, vice versa, or ArchiCAD into Bentley. And in order to try and resolve this problem, IFC Industry Foundation class was brought around, and for any platform to call themselves a BIM platform, they must adhere to the IFC file format procedures. Now, if we pause the video just now and read through this text, and then press play again once you've read this text. So the Industry Foundation class, what it's meant to do is allow you to export your files from Revit into IFC. Now I can then take my IFC into any of the other BIM platforms, to which there are currently 150 platforms out there. And then from platform to platform, that information should all be fine. So that's the whole idea behind this. However, there are still problems with the IFC file format. There are some still information losses during the point of exchange. An example would be if I draw a railing in Revit, like a fence railing, or if I stretch it, you get more verticals. And if I shorten it, the verticals reduce in number. If I program that in Revit, export it as IFC, and import it into ArchiCAD, what I will get is a static railing which cannot change in size. but all of the information about the railing, what metal it's used or what it's painted with, what the care package for it is, who manufactured it, what colour you paint, all of that information will still be there. What will be lost is the programming of that stretching and shaping of the object or that dynamic component. And for this very reason, what we will say is IFC files are not for editing. They should only be seen as a reference model, or think of it as a PDF of a file. So that concludes our presentation on what an IFC file is. Thank you very much.